this. Oh, that's what I look like? Ugh. Nobody told me this? You never pointed out I look like this? That's a good answer. Alright. May I have a G from you? Alright. Let's just do a quick exercise. Let's play all the notes in one of those keys. Which one do you think? Which one would you like? Look up there. What does our circle fifth say?
The C?
Yeah, so we have how many sharps and flats are in that key?
None.
None. So then what do we do when we're trying to like look at what the keys come next with? What key is right next to the key of C?
G.
Yeah. How many sharps are in the key of G?
One.
What?
F.
What is it? It is. So when we say G major, spell it.
G major?
Yeah, G, A, B, C, D, E.
F.
Sharp. Right? Now try it with C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's how it feels. When we do G, it goes G, A, B, C, D, E, F, sharp, G. D has how many sharps and
2.
flats? 2. What are the
FC.
names of those? What was that? It's too quick for my brain.
FC.
FC. But when we say them, we don't say FC.
F sharp and C sharp.
There it is. When you say it over and over again, your brain creates a neuron synapse. That neuron synapse is connected to 26 alphabetical letters, unless you know multiple languages, and then that synapse gets multiplied over different ideas. What's a synapse? Do you know what a synapse is?
Yeah.
When you write a computer code,
So coding.
basically for the human context, our brain is linked to do certain things. Each part of the brain does different things, and they just discovered people who have cavity brains where the brain doesn't fill up the entire brain, but they're still functioning people, meaning we don't know how the brain is wired, really. There's an obligata back here, which is lizard. Our frontal cortex is kind of mammalian, so it predicts what's about to happen. While I'm talking, you're thinking about something very minutely, right? That's the frontal cortex, like what's about to happen. And if I were to go, toaster! You didn't see that happening because that's not what was going to happen. That's 280,000 years of evolution of you trying to predict, should I run? Or should I stay and fight? Fight or flight mechanism. It's a psychological aspect. So music is the expression of these innate things you were thinking. The feelings of like, this doesn't feel right. That's what this chord is. When you feel peace and calm, it all has a balance, right? So in the key of D, when we say D major, what, pray tell, comes after D major? That's a D dominant. I do like that one. Yes, E minor. We can simply move that up. You remember the little trick we had where we play those? Yeah, just extend. Yeah, I like to do that too because it looks exactly like a D minor with the second fingering, but don't have to. What is F sharp minor's? What are we doing? Oh, I'll go up a half step. Yeah, that's backwards. That was there we go, augmented. There you go. Now throw out that high. There it is. What is F sharp minor's relative major? If you were to go, what's back here? Or up here. You can go up 3 or back 6. So F.
A.
Yeah. So play A major. And then play the F sharp note with A major, and you get the same chord you had up here. It's an inversion. You are simply playing a different note, which is the lowest note, at a different string. Wow. Does that make sense? Excellent. Relative majors and relative minors are wonderful to work from. And then, what comes after a F sharp minor? What's our perfect fourth? Yeah, we know we're in A, right? Or D? What were we in? D, B, E, F sharp.
C.
A, B, C, D, E, F, C.
B.
D, Just throw that out there. What's our G? It's supposed to be a major. What you got? Ooh, that's a dominant. Move your first finger so it's a major second. And just a quick highlight, so you're totally rock solid at this. One of the things we talked about is there are a couple different forms of G major. One being a major 7, and then one being just a dominant 7. These are super important. This one's your lending or leading tone. That's how it feels like when it goes back to C. This is your root, and this is your, I don't know, let's call it like a jazz expression. Yes, there's really no other way to say besides it has a more enlightened sense of feeling because it's using the major 7th. You feel me? Play the G major in its truest form. Looks like a triangle. The major 7 does this. Each one of your fingers are going to be moving. There you go. Play it with me now. G major, GBD. Cuando escuchamos las palabras con mi boca. First finger D. Second finger B, and then wrap that third finger. There's your G major. When we move our G, because we already have one, right? When we now play the F sharp, move it back a minor second. Now play the other two notes that were involved with that monstrosity earlier. There it is. Look at the board. That's a G major 7. Does that make sense? And then, how do you play the G dominant 7? There you go. So what we have here is, in your video today, in your explanation, not just here, we'll do it for every single one of our keys. We'll say C major, C major 7, C dominant 7. What comes after C in the alphabet? C6! Or an A minor 7. Fun with names, right? What's the next chord? D? Play D major with me. Nice. And then a D major 7. Wait a minute. D major 7 is an F sharp minor? You just hear it differently. Now, get rid of that middle finger. Get back to your D. Play a D major 7, which is also an F sharp minor. First finger, there it is. And then remove that finger. D dominant. Yeah. E, how are you doing with your bar chords? Smoosh. First finger on the B. Skip a fret, skip a finger. Oh, you know what? There it is. Here's the weird part. Been practicing your teeter-totters? It's the same chord. You're just now not using your first finger. So play an F sharp minor. The way you normally would. Wonderful. Take that first finger off. Put your second finger where the first finger was. There you go. And then you move it up. There you go. Wonderful. Put that middle finger. See how I'm influencing those two notes with my pinky and my ring? Nice. Take that off of the C. Move it there. Take that middle finger. Smash. Go up a me. There it is. And then, yeah, there you go. Put them up. G sharp minor. A minor. Right on. And you know A minor. So really just the idea is, can you take a shape we already know and move it around? And then when you do it with one whole key, how do you know the key? That's your lesson explanation for today. I'll put it in the video so we're not wasting your time here when we could be having fun. Here's what it looks like. See where I'm going with this? Each one of these, you can hear the 3 different variations of this. And then once you got them, you're like, oh, well, what is A major 7 and F sharp major 7 and G major 7? Jamiroquai yet? Oh, I can't wait to show that to you. Get down, lay down. All right, I say pick something from the book. Is that a yay? Cool. I'll do my best to sing. I'm not warmed up. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna check the interwebs. Have you heard about the interweb? It's crazy. It's all sorts of stuff. New member pricing. We're gonna talk about that later, probably. And if anybody is watching that's a member right now, thank you. I appreciate you. That means something special's happening here, possibly. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section as well. I do need to give a shout out there to anybody who's on the music membership platform. That actually got discontinued from this platform. Now it's all just music member stuff. We're talking about foundations of musical theory. Doing a little sight reading, and earlier we were talking about the circle fifths and how important it is to learn a grouping of songs and keys together. Now we're going to put it in a practical application. The same thing, but bring it down in dynamic. Slight decrescendo. Just means to gradually get quieter. And we're in the key of G. Right? And then the C. What does C in music mean? That one is a slash through it. What does C stand for in music? What? Yeah, what is the most common time signature we have?
4.
Yeah, 4/4. So common time is 4/4. What's half of 4/4? 2/2. So what we're doing is we have a measure that was 4 beats per measure, and each one of those beats was quarter, 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 quarter. Now we have 2 beats per measure. Half notes. Half. Does that make sense? Or quarter, quarter. Either way, you can visualize this as being a little bit slower or faster depending on how speed. You had this kind of like... change the feel of what this was originally. It would be like trailers for sale, rent, rooms let 50 cents, no phone, no pets, ain't got no cigarettes, how about 2 hours of push and broom? 8 by 12, 4, 1, man of means, by no means, king of the road. Where's it go now? Yeah. 3rd boxcar, midnight train, destination, run the domain. Old worn out suit and shoes, don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stories, see I have found D dominant, 8 on above G, still playing it in 4. If we were to cut that all, the feeling, it would be in its actual time. You want to try that really quick? So here's what it'll feel like. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And what I'd love for you to do is whenever you see a D7 and you hear me kind of do an inflection vocally, do a cut. D7. Yeah. And hear how that still has those open notes? So can you try throwing a big old bar down and smashing that C up top? I find my middle finger and my ring finger feel great. Not a fan of first finger and second finger, but it's up to you, really, whichever finger feels good. Now try that. And then when you do it, you lift your fingers, but you don't move them from the string. Press down real hard, strum, lift lightly. Hear how it ceased? Go a little faster. Yeah. Cool. So work on that. It's a mute system you use over here, and I use this all the time. So if I'm doing like I just use it to give it a little percussion on the other hand. You can do anything you want, really, when you get good at it. Ready? And the only thing I would say is make sure when we're doing these, you're counting your measures if you could. The way I count them, I'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You see why I did that? Right on. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Trailers for sale around, rooms let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pet. I ain't got no cigarettes. I have 2 hours of pushing broom. 8 by 12 for the room I'm on. Man of means by no means. King of the road, oh, 3rd box car. Midnight train, destination Wrangell, Maine, old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke so days I have found, short but not too big around. Man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer and every train, all of his children and all of their names, and every handout in every town. Well, every door ain't locked if there ain't no one around. Isn't that a horrible sentiment? Every door ain't locked if there ain't no one around. This song was written about the heyday. Have you heard of train, like bus car people? You ever heard of a boxcar person?
No.
Cool.
What
Back,
is that?
it's just somebody who wanted to see Americana. There was a point in time where the only way to get from one point to the other was the railroad system, and there really wasn't a great passenger system for people who were poor. So people would just take a stick, tie their belongings in a handkerchief, take what they could in food and water, and thumb down or jump on a slow-moving train and just follow it wherever it went. And they saw America before it got infrastructure, and
Some
it was.
movies are real.
Yeah, some aspect of it is. I mean, life is interesting. When you get older, you'll have a different aspect on it. But life for everybody has different levels of ease and hardship. Your observation of that makes you more worldly, I would say. And the way I became a little bit more worldly was music, by experiencing different types of authors, composers, genres, time periods. It gave me a different aspect of how to gauge history. Until I was in my 20s, I guess, didn't understand time. Like, what was what? Who the Sumerians were. Were there people before our earliest group of individuals? Maybe. And you're living in the time of science, so most likely all the questions I've had my entire life will be answered in your generation, which is groovy. And then you're going to form new questions about things that won't be answered for hundreds of years, if not thousands, which is very cool too. This is one of my favorite tunes. I'm going to throw you this song plus Roger Miller's version. I tried to do it justice. As I said, I warmed up. What's that interval you just hit? That was the Olympic theme song. 1999, 98. It's a long time ago. It's a weird one. 5-3-1. 5-3-1 D C B flat. Yeah. And it's a pull off. Although your fingers are way longer than mine. 5-3-1. So move your first finger back so your foundation. Yeah. Get rid of that ring-a-ding finger if you don't want it. And pluck and then pull through. Yeah, it almost feels as if you're pulling the string abnormally down in a weird direction. Perfect. And then you work on that a couple trillion times. Nice. Pull offs. And then don't have it just refined here. The practice of practicing would be like. You'll notice the more you do it and the higher up, it becomes easier because the frets aren't actually as large. They decrease micron. That's a good one to know. Do you remember the chord we played? G. There you go. Oh, just G major. G, B, D. Oh, first finger. When you remember G major, think triangle. Triangle, triangle. First finger, D. And listen to how I say it for the little ones. You put your first finger on the D string. It's the thick one. Right? And then this one goes up top like bookends. That's where all the books go. And then wrap that third finger around for the G. G, B, D. Right? And then take that whole thing and move it down. There you go. Just smoosh. And then pinky. This is your F sharp, div 7. If you take that up to your dot. Oh, where are you going with that? Put that chord fingering back. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Did you learn like that? Good for you. So if you take that up and you put it at the fifth. First song?
Yeah.
See how that's what we're talking about. That is the proof of a neuron synapse. You taught yourself how to play it, so each time that you imagine that chord, even though I do it this way, it is perfectly acceptable doing it anyway. You do this, somebody might be like, hey, try that. Why not? Just because you don't want to be giving people the bird the whole time, but you know, you do you. Excellent. And then if you move that up 5th fret, this is the failure. And then ostinato strumming. You're going to try to utter? Nice. Good for you. Yeah. Fun. Cool, you want to pick another tune?
You can play. I mean, you can pick.
I'll try to play. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. Let's see here. Do you do holiday stuff? Holiday parties? No, not at all. I don't do holiday stuff.
I mean, I like the holidays, but by myself.
Right? I feel that.
Like.
Are you out with John and your grandpa? You over here? He probably knows this one. You can play with him. Like New Year's Eve, where the fireworks go off, right? I used to sing this and play this. My parents also used to go out to do stuff, and I used to hang out with my grandma for every New Year's, and we would eat shrimp and sing this song. That was about what I remember.
What's the song?
Old Lang Syne. Say that. Old.
Old Lang Syne.
You got it. This is Old English. Old meaning old. Lang is a lesson, or in sign is a song. Old lesson song. This one is our New Year's Eve song, and you'll notice it as soon as you hear it. There's a movie that everybody I think should watch. It discusses a little bit of privilege and what it is to be human. It's made by a producer named Francis Coppola, and the movie's called It's a Wonderful Life. It talks about this guy who wishes that he was dead, and then an angel shows him what life would look like if he had never existed.
So like it's like Scrooge McDuck.
For sure, you betcha, it is. I think that was one of the first. I mean, not that everything we will ever see in our reality was also created 2,000 years ago and 10,000 years ago. So if I ever talk about Pliny the Younger, Pliny the Elder, Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, all these, Pythagoras, math, music, woo! All these things are related to the people that were the Stoics, where we think that all of our sciences and mathematics and astrology came from, but it had predated that. They were just people that were generally privileged, sitting around talking about things that people who were working in the field were not talking about. Does that make sense? So they had the privilege of being educated and educating each other. Most of what we're doing is a result of that. There's somebody famous named Pythagoras talking about it. But the story of It's a Wonderful Life is just the same story through the eyes of, I think, the 1930s. 1920s, right? It was probably written in 1930s, but it was talking about the Great Depression. What happens when a country puts all of its money, time, and resources into war rather than people. Anyway, Old Lang Syne is a song of hope. It's a song of thinking about the latter years and the next. Let's take a look. What key is we in?
C.
Yes. What do you notice about the song right off the bat? Is there a G sharp diminished in the key of C?
No.
No. So what are we doing? What key are we stealing that from?
G7.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, G sharp diminished. What is G sharp diminished? It's a G7. So, teeter-totter. Whoop. Mm-hmm. How'd your first finger get back there? There it is. I have G sharp 7. G7. G sharp 7. What is G double sharp 7? G sharp. G double sharp 7 is an A7? Why, yes it is. Anyway. Ready? Chord review. What was that?
All I saw was.
Yeah. There was a guitar player named Esteban that used to sell guitars. And when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing. Esteban. Dude, I was like, oh, look at that dude. Alright, C major, A minor, D minor. G dominant? What does a G dominant with a suspended fourth look like? G, A, B. Great song, you know. And then you're like, thank you, good night. Right? C dominant. What is C7? Where's our C dominant? Or E diminished. You can call it either or. We're just not in that key. And then F major is our fourth chord, and we just discussed the G sharp dim 7, which you like to play like that. Nice. I'm gonna work on it that way. I never do it that way. Thank you. The student becomes the teacher. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I don't have my pickup now. My bad. All right. 1, 2, 3. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Old acquaintance be forgot and What'd you think?
It's nice.
Nice. Usually when people hear a song for the first time and I've never heard it, I'm always like, oh, I wrote that. No matter what it is. And I'm like, I didn't. I'm just joking. I think it's a funny thing to do. Although I don't really have good timing for comedy, so what are you gonna do? King of the Road again? Just joking. Old Lang Syne, King of the Road. You pick the next one. I'm gonna write it down. I will forget. What's this one?
I don't know, I'm just looking at it. Don't worry, be happy. Oh, I hate this one.
Excellent. We'll do a reggae beat, and I'll show you how to do like punk, so you can get weird with it. What key?
Oh no, I was just looking.
Oh, just looking? Oh, okay.
I don't like.
Oh, what you gonna do with the drunken sailor? I heard this song when I was younger, and I heard it when I was on vacation in South Carolina. And when I say vacation, I mean work vacation. Every one of our vacations, we worked. I remember seeing an old wooden ship that was sinking, and they were repairing the wooden ship next to the dock. And I asked when it was, and they were like, it was from the war. And I was like, which one? They're like talking about like the Revolutionary War, and I was like, no. They're like, no, like the British War. I was like, what are you talking about?
British war.
Yeah, America was founded after getting away from Britain because of overtaxation, and they did not want to pay indulgences to the king. It's exactly what's happening in 2026 right now. So the idea is not much changed in 250 years, has it? It's all systemic, and when you get older, you're going to be in a history class, and somebody's going to say this word, right? Imperialism.
I heard that before.
Okay, and when you know
From
what
my
the East
teacher.
Indian Trading Company is and what imperialism is today, you're going to go, oh, everything I am. Starbucks, McDonald's, cars,
Everything.
gas,
I have Starbucks.
tickets, baseball games, Pepsi, hot dogs. It's all going to a billionaire class, and that billionaire class is amazing because they live in a land of delusion. The richest man in the world talks about how he doesn't like the casting for a movie while people are starving. That's America in a nutshell. Anyway, it shall soon be over one way or another, and I am looking super optimistically for the future. That's why I wanted to do Don't Worry, Be Happy. I love that song. I might throw it to you anyways. Can I show you the reggae beat anyways? Instead of playing your C major, can you throw me your A major and a secondary finger and scoot it on up? A minor third. Oh, that's close. That was major second. Now watch.
So it's E.
Yeah, so listen. Oh, C. Now here's where we're rocking this. Ready? Listen to the words that came out of my mouth. A major. That's a nice chord. Play A major. Badass. Tita-ta-da. What about? And then when we go up a half step, that is a minor second. So do A major to B flat, or A major to A sharp. Nice. Now go from A to B. We skip that half step. No, you had it. It's just you're not squishing both the E and the A. Watch this. You're doing that, which is great, but smoosh that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Were you doing third finger? Good for you. I don't even know if I do that. Sure. And little helpful tip, the less fingers you have on the fretboard doing one function, like, why would you put two fingers like here when you could just do it with one finger and now you got another finger for awesomeness? Does that make sense? Right on. So here's where I was getting. Major, minor second, major second, minor third. You see how going from A to A sharp, minor second. If we go from A to B, that's a major second in distance. That's a minor second. Now skip that. There it is. That's a major second. Go back to there and then go up to the third fret and throw that nonsense out. That's an A to a C. That is a minor third. If you went from A to C sharp, what would that be? What's the distance? Not a minor second, not a major second. Not a minor third, it's a major third. Nice. What the heck am I talking about? Yeah. Distance. You know one distance. We call it a scale. Why? What does a scale in its definition mean?
Still can be two different things.
I could be more than that, but like the two main.
Can you wait?
Weight, a proportion, very good. Or it could be generally
A light.
a measurement, a length. Right. It determines point A to point B, generally linearly, but it doesn't have to be frequencies. What you and I are doing are called diatonic scales. How many notes are in a diatonic scale?
7.
Cool. When we play, does that make sense? There are 12 notes. Nice. Now those are Spideys, but here's what a diatonic scale could look like. Because we have our. Now go to your 4 on there, because you need your G sharp, because after that would be A. They're all your chromatic notes. It's weird with the string, but if you play a ook that has a low G, perfect. You'd be like, those are all your chromatic notes. And then you try different variations of those. And here's where can I give you a brief overview of what ukulele player 4 years from now looks like, and then 3 years from now, 2 years from now, 1 year from now. 1 year from now, you know all of your chords. You've written the circle fifths out so many times. Somebody's like B flat, you're like, you just know it. You know that B flat has C minor and D minor back to back, and its relative minor is G minor, because you've written maybe 40, 50 tunes in it, or you play music with other people, picked up a couple different instruments. You know that those notes are the same notes in other keys, and you see the staff that you've drawn out in your frontal cortex. You memorized it so much that you know that B flat just sits right next to F, because you've drawn that the same way every single time. I've drawn it over 500,000 times now. I can't get it out of my memory bank. But when I'm reading these, the notes still look like the jumble. So I just concentrate on the beat and then let all of the other practice times that I've ever practiced doing, okay, D, A, C, D. Ooh, that's a fun one. Want to play that one? Cool. This one's super fast. What key we in? See where it goes? Goes through a chorus right here. Gets all the way. What does that mean? Ooh, instruction. Ooh, what does that mean? Ooh, note structures. What does that mean? Have we seen those before? I don't think we have.
Yeah.
Have we? Good. What does it mean? What are these notes?
Good enough.
Yeah, for sure. And how many beats do they have?
1.
Whenever you see this, they're turned into something called a tuplet. If we're in a count of 4/4, we have like a tuplet. And when these are connected, triplet. Does that make sense? That's a weird one. So triplet is kind of like saying 1 and No, 1 and 2. And if you're thinking of the 16, you say 1 yeah. But when you don't have the 8th in here, you would just feel tuplet. It's still kind of like a triplet, but it goes a little bit slower. So here, it has a syncopation with what we're going to be singing. Up at the top, we're going to be doing 8th notes. 1, 2, ready, and 2, ready. I thought I was only true in fairy tales. Someone for else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. saw her face. Oh, I played it wrong backwards. Darn you, guitar. 1, 2, ready, and face. Now I'm a believer. Now I'm a trace. Say I'm my mind, and I'm in love. I'm a believer. If I tried. I saw the face. Now I'm a believer. Out of trace. Then out of my mind. Said I'm in love. Said I'm a believer. Ooh, now slow it down just a little bit. Watch what I just did. Now look at your fingers. Nice. Now go back to that. Now try that E flat. Whew. Yeah. And then throw out your G sharp with your secondary fingering. Work out for your brain here. Get rid of your first finger completely. Make the same G major you know and love with the other 3 fingers. Get rid of that first finger. There you go. There it is. Move it up a minor second. Lay down your bar. This is a mind challenge. When you could do this, you're definitely intermediate. This means you can modulate on the spot. You betcha. That first finger should be here on a G sharp, but that muting that works just as well. Does that make sense? So what we learned today was that mute, if you do this, I find it easier just bar it and let the tip of that finger, go to the 3rd fret. Use your favorite finger, middle finger maybe. 3rd fret, right? Touch, just tippy touch the top of that. There you go. Now throw down your note on the thick, the E string. What are you doing? First finger there? Cool. So, see how you still get the G sharp? Now that's a G. You can play with the open G. But watch what happens when you move it up. You get the dissonance. So if you use the tip of this finger to touch that, you now have your G sharp. It silences it. So you could be like, then I saw her face. Yes, I'm a believer. Out of my days. Right? Said out of my mind. Now try and go up a half step. Then I saw her face. Said I'm a believer. Right? So there are levels of complexity, but they're not that hard. They just take practice. Did what I just explained in the last moment make sense? Cool. There are people that have been playing for their entire lives that cannot do that function. It's just a function of learning something, moving up and going back, but you learn it in a different position, and then you try to use that everywhere, kind of. What time do we have? Oh, not bad. We got another couple minutes. Let's see, yeah. Interesting. That is a tension jam. The notes you're choosing are in thirds, so every time I play something, if it's in equal portion of a perfect minor third, and then I resolve it, they don't quite sound right, so it always is building this chord.
Building tension.
Yeah, building tension the whole time, and then like... Resolution back to the 1 or the 6 or something, always a pleasure. It's always so much fun. I'm a Believer. You know what? I'm pretty sure that I'm a Believer
I love that song.
I'm pretty sure it was in one of the Pixar films or something.
It was
Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah.
That was my favorite show to watch. Like out of everything, like people would be like, "So what's your favorite princess movie?" And I'd be like, "Shrek."
Shrek for sure. Smash Mouth made it famous again, but it was written by Neil Diamond. You bet your life it's Neil Diamond. Oh my goodness, I'm an adult. Here we go. Let's do a song next to it. No we'll end on it. This one's a hard read. You want to just see if you can sight read it? We're not going to talk about the key it's in. We're just going to play it. Ready? Ooh. Now, really quick, moderately means about 80 to 120. Generally, it means somewhere in between the fix. If you choose that, that was like 140. Let's do like 120. It's like your heart should be beating you probably better than mine because I'm old and way too much cholesterol. But around 60 to 70 beats, so slower. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. One day you'll look to see I've gone, for tomorrow may rain. I'll follow the sun. Someday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One day you'll look to see I've gone, for tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. Someday you'll know I was the one. A dominant, G. Tomorrow may rain. Nice. G major, B minor 7, secondary fret. But I love the half step. If you're gonna do a half step, follow it back with the other end. So throw your A dominant out, and then what's the next chord after A dominant? There you go. Now slide into that one. So if we're doing and then 1, 2. Very island style. You ready for your stingy? Nice. 1, 2, second verse. Nice. 1, 2, second verse. Someday you'll know I was the one, but tomorrow may rain. I'll follow the sun. Now the time has come, and so my love I must go, and all I lose a friend. From the G, a little slower. Sun, 1, 2, ready, go. Sun, and now the time has come, so my love I must go. And though I lose a friend, oh, in the end you know. Oh, one day you'll find So there's a little bit of music theory in here. I'm gonna put it on the end of this video. Why not? While you're wrapping up. Jeff, on today. So I used the word today for a type of scale that consists of 7 notes. Do you remember what the name of that was?
I don't think so.
Cool. One's called a diatonic scale because a dyad is the 1 and 3, or the 3 and 5. The distance between when I go, hey, how do you spell C major? C, E, G. That is a major third. That's a minor third. We'll talk more about how these stack together, but each one of these is the note in between. So C, C sharp, D.
I thought 4 and 5 were majors.
What's up?
I thought
They
4
are,
and 5
yeah. Perfect fourth, perfect fifth. That's the perfect fifth. To make a chord in tertiary harmony in the key of, let's say, the key we're in, the key of D, you must have 1, 3, and 5. Well, the notes it correlates to is C. We skip the D. E. Skip the F, and then play the G. Right? C, E, G. You read a chord from the bottom up, that's it. If you wanted to go to the 8, that would be the octave. That's why we have names of these. Tonic. Major second. Major third. Perfect fourth. Perfect fifth. Major sixth. Major seventh. Perfect eighth. Keeps going too. Major 9. Major 10. But we don't really call them that. You'll hear those extensions later. So today the other word that you learned was chromatic. And if you have time, look at the light spectrum. It's interesting. Our ears pick up frequencies of music. They're measured in the same thing. Just those frequencies are ridiculously fast. It takes something like 8 seconds from the radiation from the sun to reach us, which is ridiculously fast. Everything in our reality is gauged or based off of the speed of light, which is also super fast and awesome. And then the thing that perplexes me scientifically, which is probably going to be something cool that your generation aforementioned is going to learn. Right now, we've done this thing in science where if you separate the core essentials of what makes up all matter, electrons, protons, and neutrons, and put one in a vacuum and the other here, when you open the lid, no matter how far the distance, the other one will generate what it was missing. If everything that we do requires us to base all the math off of something called the speed of light, this breaks that principle. Did that make sense? I have a feeling math and music in somehow in fashion are going to be able to explain a lot of the weirdness in science that we just do not understand nowadays. And also, if you look these up on the website or whatever, they should be there me going blah, blah, blah. So if you forget how to play any of these, you don't remember the rhythms, I try to get as close as I can to the original. Right on? You have fun today?
Yeah.
Most excellent. For those of you out there watching, if you have any questions, I'll be back in a minute to answer some questions. Other than that, see you soon. See you if you subscribe, like, or don't. But yeah, that last song, Beatles tune, prolific writers. I mean, just extremely prolific. Is there anybody hanging out here? You have any questions about what's going on in life in general? How about just music? You have any questions about what we just covered? Oh, tomorrow will rain. I'll follow the sun. Oh, jeez. Well, those of you who do watch this in the future, if you're watching it, you have any questions about the music theory that was behind it, just put a little note in there that you would like that question. You could even, phrase it right to me. My name is Wago. I teach music here in Hilo, Hawaii. Today we kind of just covered a couple different concepts that are fun. What we're doing with this particular student is, I can't remember if they have any found time to watch these, for the people who subscribe to this channel.
Thank you. I appreciate you. There's a lot of stuff on here. If something doesn't make sense, ask questions. That's what I'm here for. And then for those of you who are